On a cool September morning in 2017, the quiet town of Asheville, North Carolina, woke up to news that would haunt it for years. Daniel Mercer, a respected community leader, devoted husband, and father of two, was found dead inside a rental cabin on the outskirts of the Blue Ridge Mountains. The cause? A gunshot to the chest. The motive? Much darker than anyone imagined. To the outside world, Daniel seemed like a family man with a picture-perfect life. But behind that polished facade lay a secret. Daniel was living a double life. And when secrets pile too high, they eventually come crashing down. Daniel and Laura Mercer had been married for 12 years. They met in college, quickly fell in love, and married soon after graduation. Daniel worked as a financial advisor. Laura was a part-time elementary school teacher. Together, they raised two children, Noah, 10, and Sophie, 7. Neighbors described them as the perfect family. Church on Sundays. Soccer practice on weekdays. Smiles in every photo. But behind closed doors, Laura noticed subtle shifts in Daniel: late-night calls, sudden business trips, and an emotional distance that grew wider by the month. He was home but not really there, Laura told investigators later. Like he was hiding something or someone. By late 2016, Daniel's work trips had increased. He claimed to be visiting clients in Charlotte or Raleigh, sometimes staying overnight due to late meetings. Laura grew suspicious when she found a hotel receipt for a weekend he claimed to be camping with friends. Then came the text message. One evening, Daniel left his phone on the kitchen counter while showering. A message lit up the screen. "Miss you already, babe, red heart A." Laura stared. Her heart pounded. She had never seen this contact before. Instead of confronting him immediately, Laura took screenshots. She needed more proof. Over the next few weeks, she tracked his locations, checked his bank statements, and even followed him one evening only to watch him check into a hotel with a woman she'd never seen before. Her name was Alicia Monroe. A 29-year-old yoga instructor from Chapel Hill. Daniel had met her at a wellness seminar he attended in early 2016. What started as casual flirting became a full-fledged affair. Daniel told Alicia he was separated, that the marriage was over, and he just needed time. But he never intended to leave Laura. By March 2017, Laura had hired a private investigator. The PI uncovered extensive evidence: texts, surveillance photos, receipts, and even a second apartment in Alicia's name, rented and paid for by Daniel. But instead of filing for divorce, Laura did something else. She confronted Alicia. On April 2, Laura met Alicia at a coffee shop. She revealed she was Daniel's wife and showed her photos of their family, of their home, of their wedding. Alicia was shocked. Hurt. Angry. "He told me you were toxic. That he couldn't see his kids because of you," she cried. "I believed him. I loved him." That day, Alicia ended things with Daniel. She blocked him on all platforms. But Daniel didn't take it well. Within weeks, Alicia began receiving anonymous threats. "You ruined everything. You're going to regret this. If I lose my family, you lose your life." She suspected Daniel, but with no hard proof, she didn't go to police. Instead, she tried to disappear. In early September, Daniel told Laura he was going on a retreat for a mental reset. In reality, he booked a cabin outside Asheville, a secluded place he once shared with Alicia. But Laura already knew. Using GPS tracking software, she followed Daniel's car location and discovered the rented address. On instinct, she drove up there with a loaded handgun from the house safe in her glove box. When she arrived, she didn't knock. She watched from the tree line. Daniel was alone. Drinking. Crying. Talking to himself. According to her later statement, she approached him calmly. "Why, Daniel?" she asked. He jumped. "Laura? What the hell are you doing here? You said you were finding peace. You lied again." An argument followed. Bitter words. Accusations. Regrets. Then the gun fired. When police arrived hours later, responding to a 911 call, Laura made herself, Daniel was dead. Shot once in the chest. The gun was found beside Laura. She didn't run. Didn't deny it. But her story changed. At first, she claimed it was self-defense, saying Daniel attacked her in a drunken rage. But evidence showed no physical struggle. No defensive wounds. No forced entry. Investigators dug deeper. They found diary entries, emails, and the PI report that Laura had hidden. It became clear Laura had known about the affair for months and had planned the confrontation. In court, the prosecution argued that it was premeditated, a revenge killing by a scorned wife. The defense portrayed Laura as a woman driven to the brink by betrayal and manipulation. The jury believed the former. Laura Mercer was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 25 years in prison without the possibility of parole. The courtroom was divided. Some wept for Daniel, others for Laura. The children were placed in the custody of Laura's sister. As for Alicia Monroe, she moved out of state. Changed her name. She gave one interview to a true crime podcast, where she said, "I loved a man who lied to everyone, including himself. I only hope his children grow up knowing they were innocent in all of this." The story of Daniel and Laura Mercer is one of love turned lethal, of betrayal turned to bloodshed. It's a chilling reminder that secrets can destroy lives, not just of those who keep them, but of everyone around them. What starts as a lie can end in a grave.